content gating or whatever. Eureka, back in the day, Eureka.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you'd have Eureka, but then you'd have to wait a while before Pagos and all that other stuff. But you got so much content that in a lot of cases you wouldn't even get done. Right? There was a lot of stuff to do. That is
Yeah.
that's how it should work. By the way, hi, Master Turtle. I see you walking around. Welcome. I see them walking around. But yeah, Eureka was a perfect example of how to use that the right and proper way. Yes, we gotta wait so long. We're time gated, but there's just so much content there that people are not complaining. The thing about Island Sanctuary is that it was hyped to be something as good, if not better, than content like Eureka, right? But only to be so underwhelming, right? You gather, and you don't get that much experience. Like they don't reward you very well. It's a very painfully slow road to level 10. And literally, if you're not gathering, the only other thing you could do is capture, animals and feed them or whatever. You can't even do crops until way later in your island, right? You can't even do that until way later. So I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of funky. The same thing I can say about the variant dungeons / criterion dungeons. Like, I think everyone agrees that the content itself is it's nice. It's nice, but they don't reward you properly. So people will like run it maybe once just for completion, or you'll run it a few times to get all the notes and the mount and the glamour. Regardless, people got everything in just a couple of days. And then they're like, there's no reason to do this content anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give you anything when you get, like, I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of I really do wish that they kind of changed the rewards where they can get more creative with rewards, because this game doesn't reward you very well. That's kind of like the meta that's going around right now. That's why a lot of people are kind of leaving 14 right now, is because people are seeing that, yes, there is so much content to do here. Oh, yes. But the rewards are not really worth it. And in some cases, they barely reward you at all. That's kind of the meta going on right now. And sadly, it is how it is. And I really wish that changes instead of... It's either, I wanted to change. I wanted to get better instead of just keep... Like, if this keeps up, well, that's going to suck, right? I really hope that maybe they can find a better way to reward players other than the tones and a mount and a glamour. Maybe a minion. Like, I don't know. They should start rewarding people with more clever things like housing items, more rare mounts, hairstyles. You know what I mean? Super rare dyes. Reward you with a big bundle of gil. Maybe like if you beat something super hard, maybe they'll give you like a million gil. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many things they could do to like really motivate people to do things other than just the typical tomes or mounts. Like, I can think of many things that they could reward you with that would have me excited. I love glamours. I love housing. Like, imagine, some dungeons do kind of sort of drop dungeon furniture, very rarely. I want to see more of that. That would make me happy,
Yeah. I would like that too.
And then one final complaint: stop locking everything behind PvP. Please. Please. All the good stuff is locked behind PvP. There's a bunch of emotes there that I would love to have. Or mounts or glamours. I don't want to play PvP. I love
Yeah.
glamours, but I don't love them enough to force myself to play PvP, you know? That's something weird. Oh, I agree that they should have exclusive rewards for PvP. Of course. But lately, maybe glamours, right? That makes sense, right?
Mhm.
But lately they've been putting a lot of emotes
Mhm.
over there. Like, I don't feel like emotes should be over on PvP. I think that should be global, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should figure out a different way to give people items. Like, here's an example, right? Um, there should be, uh, there should be like two types of currency. Um, instead of okay, so if people run dungeons, you get like tomes, right? And if people only want to play PvP, well, they should be able to buy everything too. So they should have a different type of tomes for them that will work on other stuff too, right? And that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I guess. Um, I forget who said this. I watched a YouTube video. Um, I don't know if it was Mioni or Zeppla. Or, I don't remember who it was, but somebody said, you guys know about when they have the Moogle Tome events?
Yeah.
Where you can do like old content and get rewarded Moogle Tomes, and you can get things you missed out on, like mounts and rare glamour or whatever. Um,
That's right.
that's cool. If they could implement that kind of like permanently throughout the game, that would be awesome. Where old content would be relevant again, but they would reward you with more modern things. Like run 50 crystal towers to get a Shadowbringer's mount. Like, that shouldn't just be for the Moogle tome events. I think that should be here the whole time. That way, people always have something worth farming for. And especially in older content, make it more relevant. I forgot who said that. I wish I could credit them. I don't remember who said that. But yes, if they could implement that Moogle Tome system globally in the game, that would be amazing. Imagine, like, okay, imagine you don't feel like farming an extreme trial to get one of those mounts. Well, maybe you can run 100 crystal towers instead, and you can get one of those trial mounts, right? Or let's say, oh, I don't want to play PvP for this hairstyle. Oh, okay, sure, just go play 20 Rabanasters and you can get the same hairstyle, right? Like, if you could have more options for the same rewards, that would be amazing. Amazing. I think that is what they should do. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think so too, and I think they could also add one more extra thing to that. Is what if they decide to add difficulty spikes to all the dungeons, all the raids that you have, so then you have a different difficulty spike to do to a certain amount uh, of those, so then you can get a particular item.
What
Make
do
it
you mean difficulty spike?
well. Well, every dungeon is sort of at a normal difficulty level. What if they added like a hard, an extreme, or
It's kind of what they're trying with the variant dungeons, Chippy.
okay. Well, I think they should implement that more
That
content.
that I do agree. That would be very nice if
Yeah.
every dungeon one day had an extra difficulty. But like for real, right? Not back in the day, remember when we had quote unquote hard mode dungeons?
Yeah.
Those were cool, but they weren't really hard. They were just extra dungeons, right?
Yeah.
I think I think that they should go back and have a legit hard mode dungeon of every dungeon. Like a legit hard mode. Because the hard mode dungeons we used to get, they were just kind of like they weren't really the same dungeon, right? Slightly different layout, different mobs, different bosses. It felt like a completely different dungeon. If they could go and just keep the dungeons the same, just scale it up in difficulty, that would be cool. And then they could reward you differently. Like, I don't know. I feel like that would be cool. Maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like this game has so much potential to keep its players happy and playing. And I know they're trying really hard, but I really do think that finding a way to reward your loyal community a lot better is the way to go. I mean, just look at any other MMORPG. Just look at literally any other MMORPG. You get like weekly bonuses just because you log in. Like, they'll appreciate you logging in. So they'll send you birthday bonus gifts. They'll send you anniversary gifts. Like, every time I go play another MMO, whether it's Guild Wars or Black Desert, I always have a lot of mail. And it's always really cool things like level boosts, some kind of like festival glamours that I missed out on. Like, they do that because they want the people to keep playing and they appreciate it. 14 doesn't do that. They don't. They're like, you log in, good for you, keep logging in. They don't like reward you. I think 14, maybe WoW, I'm not too sure. But I know 14 for sure is like one of the most kind of like selfish MMORPGs where it's a paid one, but they don't like offer, like they don't like really reward you for playing the game like most other MMOs do. I don't know. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yep.
I think it's pretty sad that it should reward people for even paying a subscription to the game in some way. Yeah, but I haven't seen it in this game, sadly.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I love this game. I really do. But like, if I was in the team and I had a say, I'd be like, hey, we should reward our players a little better. What do you guys think? And then Yoshi P would look at me, frown, and throw me out the window, right?
Yes. No.
Yeah, you've seen those memes, right?
Yeah, I've seen a few.
Like that meme where someone makes an actual good idea in a meeting, but no one else likes it, and they literally get thrown off the building for having a good idea.
Yeah. I see them.
Yep. It's a good idea for us, but not a good idea for them. Da-da-da-da-da.
This should be constructive criticism. Constructive criticism. So I want to see this game. I want to see it around for years to come. And well, they gotta make some different. I think they have to change a couple things to